Hey, what's up everyone? Thanks for clicking on the video. So today's topic is going to be one that I'm sure has been on a lot of your minds, and that is how much muscle am I losing by being out of the gym, and is there any way that I can prevent it or at least slow it down? So before we get into answering the question directly, I think you guys need to understand why it is that your body loses muscle through periods of inactivity anyway. And the reason is because your body is an efficient machine, okay? So you got to think about it in terms of efficiency. If you've got these big muscles on your body and then suddenly you stop using them, they are still taking up valuable resources from your body, so basically just energy. Your body is still having to feed all the extra nutrients and things to your muscles that you're not even using. Okay, so obviously you are still using your muscles for daily activities, but you don't need them to be, that big and that strong just to perform your usual kind of household activities. So that's why your body, being the efficient machine that it is, decides to, basically take away and reduce your muscles so that it doesn't have to keep feeding an excessive amount of muscle that it doesn't need. So basically what we call that is going into catabolism. So going into catabolism is basically when you're not stimulating your muscles enough, and when you're not feeding your muscles the enough calories and protein that it needs to maintain its current strength and size, your body goes catabolic, and that just basically means that it starts to break down your muscles, okay? That's what catabolism is. So how long do you have to be out of the gym before you start seeing your muscles slowly shrinking and shriveling and disappearing? Well, studies have shown that it is about 3 weeks. So about 3 weeks of not regular gym activity will start to see your muscles shrink and your strength decrease. However, sadly, you might actually start to see your muscles visibly getting smaller after just 10 days of inactivity. And the reason is that's not actually your muscle mass necessarily decreasing after just 10 days. However, that is your glycogen and your water stores in your muscle. Studies have shown that while you're not active, those stores can deplete very quickly, and they do actually make up for a decent percentage of your overall muscle size, at least how big it looks from the outside. So after just 10 days, once you start to deplete your glycogen and your water stores in your muscle, they may start to look smaller. However, your actual kind of muscle strength, the lean muscle mass is still there, and that will be there until about 3 weeks of inactivity. Then you'll start to break it down. However, don't worry too much about that, because once you start going back to the gym and doing regular strength resistance training, your glycogen and water stores in your muscle will kind of fill back very quickly. It's not something that takes a while to build back up. They do replenish almost instantly. As long as you're doing the correct amount of resistance and still feeding your muscles with carbohydrates to provide that glycogen for the muscles. So what do you need to be doing to prevent as much muscle loss as you can? Well, I can tell you what you shouldn't be doing. Eating in a calorie surplus, so eating more calories than you need to maintain your current weight. I have seen some people doing this. They've thought they aren't exercising anymore. Maybe they were bulking before the gym's shut, or they were out of the gym. They were bulking, eating in a calorie surplus, trying to grow, and now that they can't go to the gym, they're still maintaining that high calorie diet because they're trying to maintain their current size. But without all that extra gym activity that you were doing before, having a calorie surplus isn't going to help grow your muscles. In fact, it is actually just going to help make you fat. So you'll put on more fat, but it won't do anything to help keep your muscles big. You also don't want to be eating in a calorie deficit, so eating less calories than it takes for you to maintain your current body weight. And the reason for that is just simply because if you're not feeding your body enough nutrients and enough calories, it is just going to speed up that process of catabolism, of breaking down your muscles, because your body is more desperate for that extra energy, for those extra resources, because you're not feeding it to your body. So, it'll take it from all of that excess muscle even quicker. So your best bet is to eat at maintenance calories, so eating roughly just exactly the amount that you need to maintain your current body weight. That's your best bet if you want to do your best to maintain your current muscle mass without gaining excess fat. In terms of exercise, studies have shown that compared to being completely sedentary, so like completely just not really doing any physical activity, doing any kind of physical activity, including home workouts or, going for a light jog, even doing things like, a couple hours of, intense housework, chores and stuff like that. That kind of stuff can stimulate your muscles and will do a better job at maintaining your current physique, your current muscle mass, in compared to basically just sitting in bed watching Netflix all day. So it is beneficial to actually make sure you're doing some kind of home activity. Strength and resistance training with your weights in the gym is not the only way for you to maintain your muscle mass. So in conclusion, to wrap this whole thing up, you will start to lose actual lean muscle mass after about 3 weeks of inactivity. However, your muscles may visibly look smaller after just 10 days due to glycogen and water depletion. In terms of exercise, it is better to make sure that you are, doing home workouts or staying lightly active every single day to keep providing stimulus for your muscles compared to just being sedentary and not working out at all. So that's it for this video. I hope I was able to kind of clarify and clear things up a little bit in terms of, are you losing muscle while being out of the gym, and what can you do to minimize muscle loss? It's a difficult time for all of us guys, especially you regular gym rats, myself included. This is my job, this is my passion and my hobby. But you've got to prioritize things. There are more important things in life to exercising and having huge, beautiful, glorious, strong muscles. But don't worry, they will be back soon enough. Life will return back to normal and we'll be back hitting the iron before you know it. So for now, do what you can, use the tips I explained in the video, and just don't stress yourselves about it too much, all right? So if you enjoyed the video, leave me a like and share it with anyone else who needs to know this. I know there's a lot of people stressing about losing all their gains during this current time, so share this with them, put their minds to ease. And if you want to continue these types of videos with me, make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below just to make sure you get up to date with all the latest stuff, and we continue to hang out and do fun little videos like this. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.